What is happening, everybody? Welcome to Off the Rails, a recovery podcast dedicated to ending the stigma of addiction through open discussion on all things recovery related. My name is Mark. With me today are Dave and Jared. And today we're shooting the sober shit. What's happening?
What's up?
How are
Beautiful
the fellas
day.
doing? The gang is reunited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had another hiatus.
Jared needs to catch up on his last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Jared, how have you been?
Amazing. Just really busy. That's all. Busy with work. Bree's had some family come from New Zealand, so busy with that. Yeah, just busy, but in a good way. Been meeting up with my sponsor. That's been awesome.
How have you been finding us?
I love it.
Yeah. You get started on the steps yet?
No,
Just
just
getting to know each other.
yeah, it's like a long process, I guess, but
Can't rush it.
no, I've been finding myself a lot like putting more faith into my daily routine.
Nice.
So I find that has been helping a lot. And there's been lots of little signs that have been happening, which is kind of cool. The one meeting I go to, we talk a lot about faith. So I don't know. When I first started going, I just sat there and kind of didn't really listen. I was just there to show up and say I was there, I think. But I've been starting to actually try with my sobriety, and my mental health has been phenomenal lately. So been adding in more tools on my daily routine again. So yeah, and I'm really liking the faith aspect of it. Just
big faith guy.
Yeah, I'm into the higher power while starting to be more connected. Yeah, just weird things happen, and I like the more I put into it, the more I get out of it. So yeah, it's been good. Been busy with work, been adding on the side jobs again, which has been all right. I got a helper with me. He's awesome. And yeah, just been, I'd say, crushing it, other than not being able to have time to do things. Like, it's go to 3 meetings a week, and it's pretty busy and I'm working. I don't get home from work till 5, leave at 4:30. So yeah, it's like a long day, busy, tired, but worth it. It's good.
Love it.
Yeah. And yeah, like I've been no cravings. I've been trying to help people more. I started to read the chapter Working with Others. So that helps you out a lot. And yeah, it's good. Life's good. How about you guys?
Good,
Dave.
man. Yeah. Mark.
How's your week, man?
My week was awesome. I have my family up. You know, my sisters that live in the Sioux came up. They had the week off. And my sister from Toronto and my brother-in-law and niece were up from Toronto. And my buddy Jay was up for the week. And then I got some close friends 2 cottages down that come up at the same time. So that was pretty good. It was a good time. They all left yesterday and then today. Yeah, it was an awesome time. We had our annual cornhole tournament where we dress up. And you got your hand up?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I got a question for you when you're done explaining your tournament.
No. The tournament, yeah, it was pretty much done. It's just a fun time. It's the third annual tournament. And yeah, it's just a good time.
So Dave, historically,
yes,
it's been a week of your life where you have pounded some booze.
Yes.
Right.
historically, especially when we were younger, everyone was, it was like 5 a.m., nights quite often, if not every night. And, it's gotten a little more tame over the years, I would say most people, not so much maybe me and a couple others, but so did you have
I had follow-up on that one.
Yeah, I thought maybe you would.
Were you nervous for it? And I feel like I would be in that scenario. I'd be a little like uneasy about it. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I was pretty nervous about it. I thought it was going to be kind of my biggest challenge, since getting sober, was going to be this week coming up. Just the summertime, everyone around, the history of it all. But it was good, man. It was there was definitely some times like during the day where I was feeling like it would be nice to maybe have a beer with everyone, but didn't even get that too often. And then I remember sitting there at the fire the first night thinking like that was going to be troubling, like triggering too, because I actually remember when we were at Newgate together, the one time we had a fire, like a bonfire, and I found it like I was like itchy a little bit, like sitting there without having a beer. Like it was like very weird. And I actually found it, I don't know if it was that time of night, it was like nice and refreshing to be kind of there sober and like not just bagged from drinking all day. And kind of like, I know in the past I would be kind of just almost passing out, just so kind of drunk and not even existent there really. So it was kind of nice to like feel refreshed and like, okay, I'm going to go to bed and feeling good. So I remember the first night that felt really awesome. The one night, a couple days later, I felt a little more wanting to maybe have a drink with everyone. Like never like the feeling like I'm going to grab a beer or go have one, but kind of just that, euphoric recall or whatever. But man, it was awesome. Went for a big hike up this cliff. It was cool. Went to a waterfall. So yeah. It was a good week, man.
Man, that picture was sick. Yeah,
it was crazy. I always been up there, and there's like this cliff, and like you're super. If you fall off, you're dead. Like no, like guaranteed. And there's like that classic, like you can go to the edge of it and sit there with your feet dangling, and like if you fall off, like where my feet are, like you're plummet to your death. And I've always been like so nervous when I've gone up there. Last year was the first time I ever went up, and this year I was like, yeah, I got to do it. And so I went over there and did that. And it's probably not safe. I don't recommend it. But yeah, the other thing I was going to ask you guys, maybe Mark, you can get into your week, and then maybe it can be like a topic of discussion. It had more to relate with like my past week, but I think it's something I wanted to kind of talk to you guys. So maybe catch us up on your week there, my man, and then.
Man, my week was good. I got more questions about your week as well.
Okay.
I'm just really intrigued by it because I feel like everyone has those scenarios like in recovery where they're like a little bit nervous about. And so I got a couple so I just want to pick your brain about them really.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, my week has been pretty solid. I've been at soup kitchen every day, going to meetings. I got a new tattoo. It's a 2. It says Mila.
Nice.
Sweet. She's sweet. She got a nap earlier. Then, man, I had one of my friends from the soup kitchen. He came. He was back in town. He's like, "Yes, man. Next time I'm back in town." He doesn't know I'm in recovery. He's just like, "Maybe we grab a beer or something." So I was like, "Oh, fuck, yeah." So I messaged him back. I was like, "Bro, I don't drink, but I'll gladly go get some food with you." And then he was like, hilariously, "I don't drink either," is what he said. And he's like, "But I'd love to grab some food." So I was like, and then he's like, "It's weird how you just say that." So, and it is a weird thing to say, right? Like that's how you get together with friends. That's how you make new friends. Be like, "You want to go for a drink?" But it doesn't have to be that way. I will go out and eat all the food, but I won't go.
Yeah, it is true. It's such a common, like, I've had a couple buddies say that to me, and they know that I'm like not drinking, but it's just like that common thing you throw out there.
Is it like, you want to do something? Let's grab a beer. Like, right?
Yeah.
Instead of let's hang out, let's grab a beer type deal. But let's hang out works as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, my week's been great. Going to Ottawa soon. Can't wait. Good to see you, Jared. Excited.
When are you going again?
August 16th.
Man, I'm pumped. Well, we should hit up a meeting and go for some food.
Yes, I'm down. I do love eating food.
Yeah, me too. Too much.
Yeah, to what? Milano's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could eat a few Milano's. So fuck yeah. All right, Dave.
Well,
tell me more about your week.
Well, the thing I had a question for you guys on was I found myself, and I know there's a lot of different things, like kind of things that have changed, not just being sober, but like usually when I had a week like this, when everyone comes up, I find myself when everyone's leaving. Now, again, a lot of times before it was like I was leaving or whatever, I would really get down, like kind of a depression of like the week being over, and it's like almost not wanting to go back to like your own life. And I found this time, and I don't know if it's just from being sober, there's probably different reasons, but as much as I loved having everyone up, and I didn't want them to necessarily leave or whatever, it was awesome. But I found myself more looking forward to my own routine and like my own life again than before. Does that make sense? Like before, I just wanted to like rely on everyone's to make my life happy, and it was like maybe I didn't love myself enough or all that. So that was kind of a cool feeling, I think, the other day. Like definitely still sad to see everyone go, obviously, but not as much of a depression feeling, I guess. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have had that at all.
Man, yes, absolutely. I found early on in my addiction, like especially drinking and like partying and shit, I would get so depressed when people would like leave, right? So you'd be like up on Tinder or whatever, and like if people would leave, it'd be like fuck,
I would call everyone pussies. Come on, stay up another day with me. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it transitioned to the point where I wouldn't use with anyone, but I think when you're surrounding yourself by people who are all like maybe partying as well, you don't feel as bad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I agree with you though.
Yeah.
But now I do look forward to like I fucking love my routine. So I gotta agree with you.
Yeah. Even if I leave the house and go for like a dinner or something, it's weird, but I'm always excited to just get home and just, do my own, like do my thing. I'm still not a big fan of being around too many people yet, I don't think.
That's fair.
That makes sense. Yeah, Dave, I've heard you talk about this like week over the summer, right? And I feel like the way you had it built up, it kind of reminds me of like how I feel about going home. And I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but I'm like, fuck, man, there's like, to the point now where I'm fucking like nervous to go home, right? I don't want to fuck my sobriety. I don't want to put myself in a situation where anything can get messed up. But you got any tips? How were you able to stay strong throughout the last week?
Yeah, I think for me, like it was, one, I think that's helpful is it's kind of a controlled environment a little bit where like it's out of the cottage. We're kind of secluded. So it's not like I'm going to be going out on the town or anything like that. The other thing is that everyone that I was hanging out with, like our close, like family and like really close friends kind of know, my situation. So there wasn't anyone that like didn't know that was trying to like, that came over that was trying to force me into like drinking or making things awkward. Like just staying busy. And like my good buddy Jason came up, like he didn't drink the entire week either. Like I told him if he wanted to have a beer or two or whatever, like I said he could do whatever he wants, but So he doesn't drink. So I was like a good support. I'm that like support system. So that like, you know, if you wanted to get away or something like that, like just go for a walk, get away from things that you got somebody. But
that's a damn good friend.
Yeah, that is fucking awesome, man. Shout out Jason.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So
don't make many of those.
Yeah, he's a quality guy. My one sister said we have like a family chat. I was like, can we adopt Jason? Is that a thing? Because he's a pretty good dude. So yeah, I don't know. Like it was, you know what, like little things too that were like I didn't even like. I thought of while it was going on that I thought was helpful is like my neighbor that came over and my brother-in-law, they use like big tall boy koozies, like they're just black to put their like tall boys in or whatever, and I found that kind of helps because it just like takes that like the label away. You don't have to look at it. So that was good, and then like making sure you still get your sleep. So you're not, because I found the one night where I was kind of finding myself a little more triggery or whatever, or cravings, was I was feeling like really tired. So, you know, you have that
halt.
What's that? Yeah, halt. That hungry, angry, lonely, tired. So I found myself definitely being a little bit tired. So I just tried to shut it down early that night. But yeah, man, I think it'll be good. Like as long as, and the people weren't, you know, I was hanging out with my family. They weren't crazy. Wasn't, you know, out of control party. So,
Dave, did you ever feel? I know when people drink around me, like, and it's always situational. My face sometimes gets red, and I just feel like awkward, kind of, when there's people drinking around me in like a environment where everyone knows about me, but they're still drinking. I just find it, I just feel awkward. I don't feel like in the right place, kind of thing. If you know how, like, did you feel like that at all?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean, but like I didn't, because I think the other thing that helped too is like Jason, but there's also like my sister Heather, my sister Stephanie. I don't know that they had a drink the whole week. My dad doesn't drink. My mom didn't. My mom like used to have a drink or two here and there, like very rarely would have one or whatever, but I don't know that, like, she might have had a drink. I don't even remember. So there was quite a few people that were sober. So I didn't feel like, it wasn't like everybody was drinking except for me. So I didn't feel like that pressure just on myself. I just try to not really focus on it either. Like whatever. I was just, after the first day, honestly, like, I don't know if that first day would have went differently. Like I didn't have that good the feelings I did. Maybe it would have been a tougher week, but that first day was just like, I don't know. I just felt so good at the conclusion of the night, sitting by the fire, where I was like feeling good. I was talkative or telling some jokes where like normally I would just be like fucking mute, just sitting there, you know, a bump on the log, looking like I'm fucking not having a good time, just pounding beers, you know. And so it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling. So
the old bump on the log.
The old bump on the log, you know?
Yeah. Just a heap.
Oh, sorry, that might have been a trigger, I guess. I didn't even say that.
I didn't even
instantly thought of doing bumps. I'm a log. Sorry, out loud doing bumps. Fuck, that's funny, man.
Mark, how would you? Because I've like your recovery is interesting because you're not really an alcoholic. I don't know.
I identify as an addict.
As an addict, yes. So that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've been around people drinking all the time. Do you get that like awkward kind of weird feeling?
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, like
I just don't enjoy it.
No, I don't either, man.
I like just being around sober people.
Yeah, absolutely. There are times when I have like cravings for alcohol for sure. Especially this summer's been like, I've had a lot this summer, but I just think about it. I'm like, that would be nice. But then I'll ruin my fucking life. So I kind of play the tape through on that. But I do find it difficult being around people drinking for sure. Because when you're sober, like, it's just hard to talk to people who are drinking, I find.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and I find too, it's just like it's just so uncomfortable.
Everyone was pretty good when they were drinking, where you wouldn't even know that they were drinking. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like you're having a conversation with drunk people. It was like normal conversation with, you wouldn't even, I don't know, my brother-in-law and stuff like that. So yeah. Well, the other thing too is I had a water bottle. Like, I like my big workout water bottle. I just put some, like, I'd put a little bit of like pre-workout in there just to like get a little bit of taste. And so I had like a bunch of those like all throughout the day and night, and just regular water. Found that helped too, just kind of having that something with you.
Something in your hand, man.
Yeah.
I do find it awkward when you're standing there and you don't have a drink. Like, you have a drink. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like Will Ferrell and Talladega Nights. And I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
I always have to have a drink with me.
Yeah.
Or something. Because it's probably because I used to chug so much, but like, and I just pound like liquid all day. But yeah, I think it helps.
Waters and Diet Pepsis, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You still flattening Red Bulls?
Like not as bad as I was. No.
Man, I've been on the iced coffees lately.
Yeah, I drink a lot of those.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome in the summer.
But they don't give you that same as Red Bull.
I know, but I'm trying to get off that stuff, right? Like trying to wean off that part. So
I know, but
yeah.
But I know, but then the Red Bull crashes are so brutal. Like I was starting to crash like late day at work, and I'm like, I don't drink them at work anymore. I'll have the odd one on the way home from work, or if I'm not in the mood for a coffee, so I'm the odd time, not very often, I'll have a morning one.
Yeah, sometimes you need the carbonation, hey?
Yeah. So, but no, I'm not flattening like 6 of them a day anymore.
That's good.
Friggin' expensive is what it was too.
Yeah.
Iced coffee's a much cheaper option.
Yeah, especially at dollar drink days at McDonald's.
Absolutely, buddy.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the paper straws, but
gross.
Paper straw and plastic cup. It doesn't make any sense, but
it should be illegal.
I know. I understand
why we have them. They just, your drink's getting filtered through this cardboard straw.
We went to a coffee shop today, and they had plastic biodegradable. Well, I don't know if they're plastic, but they were like plastic biodegradable, and that was the best straw I've had in a long time. Look at all these straws. Words I'm saying triggers all through this video.
Yeah.
My bad.
I didn't think of that time when you said straw, and that's like the first time in ages.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to love the friggin' like slushy straw. They were awesome.
What was a good one too? The tampon things.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're sick. They got like that beveled edge on them.
Yeah. Oh geez.
Shit, yeah. Anyway, guys, you want to talk about Jenn's episode? We won't stop talking about it, really. You got to be able to joke about it, I guess.
It's funny. Well, not really.
Dave, how'd you find Jenn's episode?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, it was good, man. She was cool. I think it's a good video. I think again, it's another guest we had that has a cool perspective for people. Someone like, husband or significant other, shouldn't just say husband. I did make that comment in the video, like I said, the wives or whatever, but I mean, it's 2022. I shouldn't be talking like that necessarily, but anyway, it's common for them to be kind of alone a lot. And I know that wasn't really what drove her into her addiction or anything like that, but I do think it's, that culture, the mummy wine culture that we talked about before, can be possibly heightened for some of those ladies that are significant others that are having to pick up and move when their spouse is playing pro sports. So, but again, I don't think that was really her story, but I just found it to be probably, a voice that could be utilized for that, reason as well. But yeah, she seems like a cool chick who doesn't like Ontario, specifically Ottawa winters. So can't blame her.
Yeah. And I like Ottawa.
Good town.
We were watching that part. I was watching with Rebecca, and when she was like, there's not much to do in Ottawa, me and Rebecca were just like dying laughing. We're from this small town. Like, there's so much to do in Ottawa. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Man, I liked when she was talking about taking her daughter to meetings.
Oh, yeah.
Man, and how she like talks to them about it and is like really open, and she's like, this is where mommy goes to get better and get help, and I find that fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, some good advice for people to.
Yeah.
I
also liked how she said medication was one of her favorite tools for recovery.
Yeah,
that's new, man, and like that is so true.
Yeah,
because we joked about it first.
What did you say?
She said like how medication, like proper medication, was like a tool in her recovery.
Oh my gosh. I have a story for you guys actually that I forgot to tell you after we're done talking.
Yeah. It's such a good point, man. I don't think I would probably still be in recovery if I never like got actual help for my anxiety and depression and stuff like that. It's something that I used to use to help.
Yeah, it's funny you say that too, because I think it's like almost, it's awesome that you open up and share it as a tool, because I think it's almost another stigma that people don't want to talk about is like taking medication, and like there's something, you need a little bit of help, right? Like that's why we all, not all, but that's why a lot of us self-medicate, because you don't want to talk about it. You think you can solve it on your own. So I think it's part and parcel with like the whole addiction thing to communicate that. So like even myself, when I got back, like I didn't really, my parents and stuff didn't know I was taking a little bit of medication, and because I had to say I had to get a refill, and they're like, didn't even know. And like, I just didn't share that with them until like maybe a month or two into it. Right.
Yeah.
Because I felt like a little bit like, I don't know, I was embarrassed or whatever. It was like, I don't know. It was like, I didn't want them to think that I was just sober because I'm taking medication. I don't know. It was just, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't know how to communicate it, but there was something there that maybe that I was a little bit ashamed, I guess, which you really shouldn't be, just trying to get your levels right. So.
Yeah, absolutely. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Treat yourself right. You got to treat both, man. You got to treat your mental health and your addiction at the same time. Chicken and egg scenario.
Absolutely.
Jared, story.
Oh, there's just a bit of medication.
Oh, something.
I ran out.
Okay.
And then I kind of just forgot about it for like 5 or 6 days. Then I started feeling real wonky.
Yeah.
Like when I was taking it, I always thought it didn't do anything really.
Yeah.
But it does, and it helps, because that 6th day, Bree's like, "Are you taking your medication?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" So I went out and got it, and and then you got to start the cycle again, so you feel weird for a few days. But
were you irritable?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, I noticed when I went like 2 days without, and that was a couple months ago. And I don't know if it was other things too. I found myself super irritable. That was like probably the biggest thing I noticed.
Yeah, mine too, man.
Yeah.
I go like, if I stop taking my anxiety medication, like I forgot to renew it and went a couple days, man. Those 2 days, I was just like on edge all the days.
Because it messes up with your brain too. So your body's used to taking it, then it's just. So I was feeling real. I thought I was like telling Brie I needed to go to the hospital. And then she's like, "Are you taking your medication?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm an idiot." Yeah.
All right.
Yes. And I go to school in September again to finish up.
Shit,
oh yeah, nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm pumped to get that all done. I'm excited to see what my grades are like sober because I was high and drunk both other levels.
That'd be sweet.
Should knock it out of the park then.
Yeah.
Crush
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it was nice to hop on with you guys again this week.
It's good to have you back.
I'm happy to be back. Sorry if anyone missed me, but you guys killed the last one.
Oh, man. Thank you. And we got an episode dropping Thursday. Make sure you check that out. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Sir. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please reach out and ask for help.
Have a great day.
Subscribe, like.
All the good shit.